It's worth it, but it's overrated a little bit. 75 euros.
79.
79.
79 euros, that's 35 each plus drinks. Travel tip is, if you are coming here, don't hike. Welcome to Como. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, so we just, actually it's been a couple of hours since we arrived in Como, and we first went to see Campiona d'Italia. I think you might have already seen that video. So yeah, we went to see Campiona d'Italia, and then today is a very hot day, by the way, and we were really tired. After visiting Campiona d'Italia, we checked into a hotel and had a bath, 1 hour sleep, and then we got up. Now it's 5 p.m. 5 p.m. right?
Yeah.
5 p.m. almost dinner time, and now don't ask me what we are doing. We are just walking because today is a full day here in Como for us. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be a full day for us in Como. We need to get ferry tickets. The walking streets are a little bit tricky because there are stones, uneven, highly uneven, and also it's not a great experience to drag your luggage as well, especially when they're heavy. So yep. So we need to, because tomorrow's a full day, and Como, as you might already know, is a lake. There's a Lake Como. So we need to get some or find out the ferry tickets, because we plan to go out the ferry tomorrow. So we are just going towards the ferry, whatever the station, to see what we have. So to see how to get a ticket, because we don't want to ruin tomorrow's plans, because we need to be prepared. Yeah, so it was a pretty hot day, but now it's starting to cool down a bit. And let's see what we have in store for today, the rest of the day. I don't know, but the whole area is mountainous, of course. This was covered in like this kind of a smoke screen since we arrived here. I don't know what the reason is. Yeah. Now it has reduced a little bit and clearing up, but yeah, it was. Let me show you. You can see the mountains in the distance, like covered in like a thin smoke screen. I mean, even the mountains close by looks like that. I mean, it's our duty as a blogger to show you every side of the place when we go there. There's rubbish like bottles and other stuff floating on the water. I wouldn't be taking any baths or swims here.
Here.
Not here. Right. We asked the counter of the ferry service. They asked to come at 8 a.m. tomorrow when they
You need to
open.
buy the ticket on the same day. You can buy.
Ah, yeah. So we asked for a day pass. He said we have to come tomorrow to buy the day pass. So we'll have to come here at 8 a.m. That's the earliest we can buy. It's also good because we can get some sleep, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. Right.
Let's go and have some food. We didn't have lunch.
Yeah. We are hungry, starving. We get something to eat and then let's see what we can do. Still tuning the instruments. By the way, we live just opposite to the church, right? When you come out of a hotel, you can see the church. I'll show you that later. Okay, first thing I noticed while walking in Como is that the number of Indian tourists has drastically reduced. I mean, I was in Switzerland, and if you watched our videos, we were in Germany, Berlin, Cologne, and there are plenty of them. But here in Como, while we were coming, we saw a couple of them, but they are very less numerous in Como. One reason might be it's hot, and India is already hot, so they don't need to come here. Other reason I don't know. But this is some place where we should explore, right? Because in India or Sri Lanka, even for that matter, we don't have this kind of culture. Eating outside, walking in streets. Yeah, that's something I noticed. Have you heard of volts, electricity? Okay. Alessandro Volta is the guy who invented, I think, electricity, maybe. Volts. So, volts come after him. That's Nikola Tesla is also involved, but volts, the measurement volts come after Alessandro Volta. And this road is named after him. So what you see behind me is the Gattoni Tower. So as you know, in ancient times, this area was used to be city-states in Italy. Each city was like a different country, right? So so this tower was part of the fortifications of this city, Como, and and also the Gattoni. Gattoni is Alessandro Volta's teacher. So that's also that's also something important. That's how the name Gattoni comes. Gattoni is a Jesuit priest, Catholic priest, and he's said to be Alessandro Volta's teacher. So that's a little bit of history I could find online. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a better view of the tower. Right, that's Gatoni Tower, and that's another tower. So we are literally walking amidst the old city fortifications. Unfortunately, we can't reach the backside of the Gatoni Tower because it's private property, I guess. Yeah. So these walls are ancient. These walls are the ones that protected city of Como from its enemies. Today's special. All I understand is penne. That's a pasta and spaghetti. Anything? I don't understand anything else. Alright guys, we just had dinner. This is one of those towers I told you about. The one we saw wasn't accessible, but the other tower is this, and from behind you can see all those windows. This is the behind of the tower. So these are all fortifications in the old Como city. The waiter, who's by the way Sri Lankan, explained to me that they used to signal from each tower if there's an enemy attack. They used to signal from one tower to the other until it reached the main castle or whatever. Yeah, and also I read that the main enemy of Como was Milan at the time. So yeah, Milan and Como were enemies. Alright guys, I'm at the front of the Como Cathedral. It's called, its name is, it's dedicated to the Assumption of Blessed Virgin Mary. And to give you a little bit of Wikipedia information, it's called the last Gothic church in Italy. Last Gothic church. So that confused me, but Wikipedia says it was built 10 years after the Milan Cathedral, and also it was built on an earlier Romance church. That may explain all the curved arches. The arches are all curved. So everything we learned is wrong.
Wrong? No.
Because we learned Gothic means pointed arches.
Yeah.
Now they say this is a Gothic church, but it has only curved arches. Yeah. Wikipedia says it's Gothic, so we have to believe Wikipedia. Plus we are Wikipedia historians. Right? Without Wikipedia we don't know history. So yeah, that's what it says. So tomorrow is Sunday, probably we'll attend Mass here tomorrow. I don't see anything Gothic here. the cone-shaped roof or those dragons coming out. Nothing. Gothic features are not there. Probably we'll see this tomorrow as well, so I won't go into detail on this. Good morning from Como. As you can see, there's absolutely nobody in front of the Como Cathedral. It's about 6:30 a.m. Absolutely nobody. And last evening it was full, right? It was really full. And we are just staying on the opposite side of the Como Cathedral. And there, that's the ferry point. So yesterday we unknowingly took the long route to the ferry point. However, it's just visible from the church. Alright, let's see if there's a huge queue to get to the ferry.
They say there's a huge queue. I think it's around midday. Don't know about the 8 a.m. Ferry. So the ferry starts at 8. So you can book online and you can go to the terminal and book as well. But because it's peak, there's a lot of people coming from Milan as a one-day trip, so there might be a big queue.
Okay. Alright, we arrived at 6:45 a.m. and we were the third in line. Now, slowly the queue is growing. So if you are around here, if you want to get the ferry, come early. And also it's a Saturday, so I expect there to be more crowd. And also what I noticed is all that fogginess has disappeared. Now it's all clear. Yesterday I showed you it's all covered in like fog. It's all cleared and everything's beautiful. Also, still we don't have any idea of how the tickets work. But yesterday I saw a notice saying we had to book time slots. So probably my wife said the ticket counts for the return ticket, and also we get to go to the other islands, other locations, cities in Lake Como. So I'm not still sure 100% how it works, but I'll let you know. At the end of this video you will know. Otherwise we won't be coming back to Como, right? Need to get some breakfast, but all the shops seem to be closed. Probably I'll head out to find some, at least a coffee. Okay, update time. We just got our tickets. Okay, so I'll ask her to explain what happened. So just explain what the tickets are, how it works.
Okay. We came to the ticket counter around 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because they said they know that the queue will move too big. And I asked for a ticket to go to Bellagio.
Yeah. So we are planning to go to Bellagio
And Verina.
Okay.
Verina. They only have one-way tickets, so you need to buy one-way ticket to Bellagio, and then again you need to stay in the queue and get another ticket to go to Verina. Same way, to come back to Como you need to stay in another queue in Verina and come back. What we did was we got the day pass, so that includes all the main spots.
All the Bellagio,
Verina,
and all the stops are included, right?
Included, and you can come back.
Yeah.
as well, and that's around
25 euro
25 euros per person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 2 of them, and that's like unlimited for the day.
Yeah, but
Unlimited.
it's not the fast ferry.
Yeah. So I think it takes 2 hours to
2
get to
hours. Yeah.
Bellagio. Or so yeah, that's it is what it is, right? It is what it is, and the first train, first boat is ferry is at 9:15, in Pier 3. So somewhere here, Pier 3, 9:15. We have to wait. Yeah.
Usually it's at 8:45, but they're running a bit late. That's why it's at 9:15 today.
Yeah. So everything is late in this trip.
Usually.
I think we'll take 9:15, half an hour late. We had much worse. So yeah, that's it. I think
That's the view.
yeah, that's the view. We'll enjoy the view and update you once we have any news. Alright guys, update time. So since we have some time, we decided to find the place where to get the funicular. So if you know, there's a funicular from Como to a village up in the mountains that will give you a great view, panoramic view of the city, right?
Yeah.
So we just use that time we have until ferry to find the place, and it's at pier number 1. So we bought the tickets at pier number 3, where we should get the ferry, and we walked short walk, right, along the waterfront to pier number 1, and we have this boat. And I think we should go down this small alleyway to the funicular. Actually, we can see the funicular, I mean the path in the mountains. The trees are all cleared out. There's a path. So we should go up this alleyway to the funicular station. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, not the alleyway. It's got in big letters. So just ignore what I said earlier. This is the funicular station. Funicolare Como Brunate. Brunate. So Brunate is the village up in the mountains. So you can get the tickets from here. You just have a look, ask around, and let you know the update. If you can book the tickets early, now itself, it will be better. Alright, we have an update.
So we bought the tickets.
Yeah.
2 tickets. There's no time, so we can go up at any time.
During the day.
During the day. The
Okay.
last train
Yeah.
is at 1:45.
Okay.
But until that, we can go up.
Did you
And
tell?
it's return as well.
Return. Okay. So return. What's the cost?
13 euros for
For both?
tickets.
Okay.
For 2 tickets.
Yeah, that's a good deal. So I think it's not a touristy thing. It's a funicular is used by locals, right?
Locally, yeah, it's
So
a
it's-
normal train as well.
Yeah, it's not a touristy thing. So yeah.
Perfetto. L'ano te.
Okay, we are boarding the ferry.
Päästiinkö paatille? Mä olin varma, että olisi jossain vaiheessa siellä, että ei päästy tänne ollenkaan. Halutaanko
I think that's a fast boat. So we boarded the ferry at 9:15 exactly. And now we're on the way. The boat is not that shaky, so I can stand still. But yeah, I don't want to take any risks. So I'll go ahead and sit. I think it's stopping on different towns on either side of Lake Como. I guess we can finally see Bellagio, I think, right? But it'll take another at least half an hour. It's like 9:40 now. It's about half an hour past since we left Como. Yeah. It's really comfortable and it's not that too hot.
Buongiorno, la piccola Parigi. Prego, Bellagio.
So we stopped at a village called Colonno. People are getting out and some are getting in. So we're gonna go to
Yes, we put them online. There's 4 of us. Sì. Ce l'hai quelli e uso l'asciugamano è grande, poco. Facciamo la cabina.
Probably about 5 years.
I think we are approaching Bellagio.
Bellagio is the next.
We arrived in Bellagio. It's pronounced Bellagio. Bellagio. The captain, the ferry, pronounced it like Bellagio, right? There's a little bit of crowd here, but I expected a lot more people. But anyway, we'll be going to get something to eat. It's almost 11 a.m. We only had a few croissants in the morning. So yeah, let's get something to eat first. First things first. And then explore Bellagio.
This way.
Where I feel like a lot of places like in
Sì, ricordi? Sì. Lo ricordi?
Con on both her toes and her fingers.
Już kiedy la terminato c'è faccio.
$395. One statue is $395. Right, lunch for both of us. Cost us how much?
75 euros.
79.
79.
79 euros. That's 35 each plus drinks. So yeah, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but the service was good. And the food was good. And even if we got separate meal dishes, it would have cost us at least 50, right? 50 euros. So I'd say it's okay. Right, we came to a small piazza, a church. Sorry, I can't remember how to read no Roman numerals. Alright, got a church here. I'll tell you the name of the church shortly, but I saw an interesting board here, sign. It says Romanesque. So the church has a board saying it's a Romanesque style church. That's cool. So we are clear. No doubt that this is a Romance style church. curved arches. So if you want, you can Google the features of a Gothic style church. It will tell you all the features of a Gothic style church. And if you watch our videos from Paris all the way to here, you will see those features in the Gothic style churches. This is definitely not a Gothic style church, right? So I suggest that if you are interested, just Google that and watch my videos. You will see the features of a Gothic style church in those churches. And also, these style of churches are typical of this Lake Como area, because while coming here I saw lots of churches in the small towns that resemble this style. So this is not a uncommon sight to this area. The name is Basilica of Saint Giacomo. Giacomo. Alright, we're going to the viewpoint. I think the viewpoint is the tip of Bellagio. It's where the Lake Como splits. So Lake Como, if you take a look at the map, it's like a Y-shaped. The two V-shaped parts of Lake Como are it's like a upside down Y-shape, right? So Bellagio is the point where it splits to the three branches of Lake Como. So I think this is the point. So this is the point where Lake Como splits into the three branches. See? This is the point where the Lake Como splits into three branches. See? That's one side.
Why?
Yeah. So in front is one side. This is where we came from, Como. And that is the other part. Okay, this is the point. Alright, we are exploring Bellagio off tourist map. All the tourists are concentrated in one area. As soon as you come out of that area, there are absolutely very less few. Looks like a cool house. And one more thing. We met an Indian tourist and just want to share this story with you. Indian family, right? Father, son, father, daughter and wife. And this guy was asking me, showing me a map, asking me where to go in Bellagio. he looks really stressed about it, and he's concerned about seeing all the locations. And I mean, he was really stressed about it. So I just want to tell you that don't stress. This is not a competition. This is a holiday, and it's okay if you can't visit like all the places, right? What do you say?
Huh?
It's okay if you can't visit all the places, right?
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to like. You don't need to go to all the places in Lake Como.
Yeah, we
Just
can't do.
enjoy the view.
Nobody can do that. It will take days, weeks to see every place because the ferry is like every 1 hour or something. So yeah, don't stress. That's my advice.
Chocolate.
有薄荷的，那开心果，然后还有什么？
还有微调没有？3球。
No, really good.
I got cookie and cream and chocolate.
What did I get?
Chocolate fondant and
Cream.
cream.
So we plan to go back to Como now. We've been here about 2 hours. The reason we are going back to Como is we thought like we walked in this part, in the town itself, but I mean after the more tourist areas, there's nothing much to see, and it's really hot and we are soaked. So we thought it's better to spend the rest of the day in Como and exploring the funicular. Doing that will be more useful for us, we thought, and also it takes 2 hours to go to Como. So that's why we decided to leave now and save us some time. That's a ferry to Verena, another town. That's quite a big ferry. So we bought the day pass, right? 50 euros for the both of us. If we didn't buy that, we'll have to be in the queue as well. That's not a really long queue, but yeah, who never knows. And we just paid like $10, 10 euros extra for the day pass than buying individual tickets. So it's not that bad. At least we don't have to stand in the queue again. Right guys, we are back in Como and we are heading straight to the funicular. In fact, the ferry stopped right in front of the funicular station. Lucky we bought the tickets, so we don't have to wait in queue.
I got this. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We use the funicular to come up. So this funicular was set up in the 1800s. So it's a very old line. That's how people used to come up to this village, up in the hill. These are some of the places we can see in this village. What's the timetable? What's the last train?
Until Saturday.
Monday to Saturday. Today is Sunday.
Oh, in someone's on that side.
Okay.
That's good.
Maybe these are the old gears. No longer used. Let's explore this village or town. St. Andrew's Church, I guess. Either Romanesque or Baroque style church. Maybe Baroque because it's got a lot of artwork. Right, let's go in. The the thing at the entrance looks like very much like a Sri Lankan architectural thing on the doorway. So in Sri Lanka we also have, especially in temples, that kind of artwork at doors, especially in temples. Yeah. Let's go inside. Okay, travel tip time. We took the funicular from Como up to that village, and then we were at the mass at the church of St. Andrew, and one second. And we are now going to the viewpoint. What happened?
I don't ask me what.
Yeah. So we followed the road signs and then we walked. However, it was a steep climb.
Extremely strange.
Extremely steep climb. And now we almost made it to the top. But now we are soaked in sweat. And now, just as we got here, we saw what did you see?
A shuttle bus coming
Yeah.
from that station to the way.
So there's a shuttle bus running from the end of the funicular station train up to here. So travel tip is, if you are coming here, don't hike unless you want to hike. Especially in the summer, it'll drain you. But however we did it, I don't know whether you will make it. You can take the easy path and just take the shuttle bus. Don't be deceived by this. This is way more easier, but it was really steep back down there. Right, let's see what we have. Yeah, and there's a lighthouse. Volta's lighthouse. This is it. Look at this view.
Ja podem marxar. Ara espera un moment, deixa'm mirar les vistes. Aviam, s'ha de dir que són una mica lletges.
Però perquè no es veu res.
Segur que les muntanyes.
Vull dir que clar...
Una cosa preciosa, no sé si veieu. Jo doncs quan tenies 15, 0,
Back to where we started, the pier. It was a long day and a hot day, tiring. We are going back to our hotel. So, I will give you my opinion whether Lake Como is worth it or not. What do you say? Is it worth it?
It's worth it, but it's overrated a little bit.
Correct. It's a little bit overrated because what you see on the photos is just a few of the good angles that people take, but you have to spend hours, at least 2 hours one way to get to what is this? What is that? Bella, yeah, that place. You have to spend 2 hours and in
No,
the boat.
quickest 1 hour if you take the
Yeah, if you get the fast ferry, it's 1 hour, but you have to spend a lot of money and time, especially in the summer heat, to see that. But it's something you should do at least once. So, it's something you should do, but probably just once, right?
Yeah, just once.
Once.
To
But Venice,
experience.
now our next destination, we are going there for the second time
Yeah.
because Venice has a lot to offer, right? Venice has a lot more to offer than Como. So Como is because I don't know, it's more recent city.
Maybe it's not for us.
Yeah.
Maybe some people might enjoy it.
Some people might enjoy. It's like Positano, It's a Instagram hyped place, but some people may like it. It's not for us, but I'm not saying Como is bad by any means, but it's a bit overrated. That's what I'm saying. You can come here and relax and don't stress about it. Don't think that you have to explore all the towns and villages in Lake Como. That's impossible. So the best thing to do is to pick your spots and then plan accordingly. Now here's the cathedral, Como Cathedral at night. Actually, we still haven't been in there, in the church, so probably we'll try to get in now and take a few shots, snaps. Alright, church is closed, unfortunately. We will try to go tomorrow morning if it is open, right? Tomorrow morning we will give it a try. Going inside the Como Cathedral is a must, and I'd hate to miss that. So our train is tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Train station is close by. Hopefully we can see the inside of the cathedral tomorrow. Good night.